All right, it's time to get going in heat number 1. Michael Whiting and Jed Cotterman on the front row. Trevor Hoke, Rusty Modesty on the second row. Jackson McLean and Jace Mungen on the third row. Kyle Martin, Ed Jones on the fourth row. Robert Yonke and Perry Gammon on the fifth row. Jody Hoke and Jason Blatz 11th and 12th. And that is the field for heat number 1. Four-tenths of a mile is the distance these guys will have. 8 laps to get it done. This promises to be some great racing, as we've seen in the recent weeks. Even though this is a fairly new league, the admins, a great admin team, and they are adjusting to make sure they keep the race as clean as possible and as exciting as possible. In addition to everything that they have been doing, another thing that they have been doing recently quite a lot is if everybody's back in line, they cut the caution laps short during the feature, so you don't have to worry about watching a bunch of pacing. As soon as everybody can, they go green flag racing. Just like we are about to, Barney the Flag Man standing out there. If you haven't checked out his Twitter account, make sure you do that. It's pretty entertaining. And hey, did you know that we have a Twitter account? It is at HTSAI24. Pace car about to drop off, coming out of turn number 4. There he goes. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away for heat number 1. Off into turn 1, and looked like it was going to get sketchy there for a minute, but no, Michael Whiting holding on to the lead. Had a couple of cars have some difficulty at the back. Looks like Kyle Martin involved in an incident. Michael Whiting, meanwhile, out front, running away with it. Let's see if we can see what happened to Kyle. Oh, just a little bumping down the out of turn number 2, and he ends up getting flipped over, gets the car turned around. Despite these cars being so small, they do take a beating. Now is Trevor Hoke battling for the lead in heat number 1, and Jackson McLean trying to get to the inside. Can't get to the inside. Looked like Jackson got loose coming out of the turn. And Jackson definitely had some problems. He has just been involved in a big incident, included... Oh, he was fighting that thing, collected 2 more cars, 3 more cars in that incident. Looks like Jackson, Perry Gammon, Jody Hoke, Jason Blatz, Robert Yorks all get collected in that incident. Trevor Hoke has now opened up a bit of a lead over Michael Whiting. Fastest lap so far, no surprise here. Points leader Jace Mungen is making his way to the front. Biggest mover so far, though, that man right there, Jason Blatz. He'll be one to watch closely in the feature. Trevor Hoke getting into a little bit of lap traffic now. As they come down and get the white flag, there's a car stopped on the front row. Down the back straightaway, Trevor Hoke right out in front. Michael Whiting in second, Jed Cotterman in third. And at the line, it's going to be Trevor Hoke winning heat number 1. Michael Whiting gets heat number 2. Jed Cotterman third. Rusty Modesty fourth. Jace Mungen is fifth. All right, heat number 2 is going to be Brandon Lively and Byron Bartlett on the front row. Ignacio Adams and Jesse Hoke on the second row. Kyle Gammon, Will Brinkley on the third row. Eddie Jones and Jacob Denson on the fourth row. Terry Duguay and Kevin Davis rounding out the top 10. Chase Grinnan and Bart Hoke 11th and 12th. Looks like Ignacio's ready to go. He started moving as soon as he possibly could. Brandon Lively comes into tonight second in points. 6 points behind Jace Mungen, looking to make up some ground here tonight, and he has been in contention almost every single race. At the end of the race, he is right there. We'll see if he can get it done here tonight. All right, pace car leads him around. He'll duck off in turns 3 and 4. And green flag is in the air. They are down and away. Brandon Lively out front. And already an incident, Bart Hoke involved. It looks like Bart might have a little bit of connection difficulties there. Terry Duguay already on pit road. Chase Gammon involved in an incident. Sorry, Chase Grinnan. And it looks like he had to check up. Just gets a little bit loose there. Brandon Lively still in the lead. Fastest lap in this heat has been Will Brinkley, just the last lap. Oh! Brandon Lively hard into the outside wall. Let's see if we can see what happened there. Byron Bartlett gets caught by the spinning car, and one of them went flipping over. Oh, it looks like Brandon Lively just broke loose and went around, couldn't save it. That puts Jesse Hoke out front, Will Brinkley in second, Kyle Gammon now up to third, Ignacio Adams fourth, and Eddie Jones in fifth. A lot of fast race cars already on pit road. Down the front straightaway, 2 laps to go for Jesse Hoke. But it does look like Will Brinkley is gaining on. Actually, last time by, Jesse Hoke had the fastest lap. White flag is in the air. Can he hold him off for one more lap? Will Brinkley is coming, and Kyle Gammon is right there with him. Through turns 3 and 4, Will Brinkley sends it in there, can't get enough momentum, and it is going to be Jesse Hoke at the line for heat number 2. Will Brinkley is second, Kyle Gammon is third, Ignacio Adams fourth, Eddie Jones is fifth. And it looks like they're going into a 3-minute warm-up here. Kevin Davis, the first car off of pit road. So far, well, Kyle Martin just laid down an extremely fast lap. it's worth noting these cars, even though they are so tiny, they've only got 122 horsepower, but they only weigh 1,100 pounds, so they have a top speed of 119 miles an hour. I'd imagine as the season goes on, we might see a few tracks where that top speed might actually come into play. Plus, these cars are extremely fun to watch. The side-by-side, nose-to-tail battles. They can go 3 and 4 wide, places where most cars can barely go 2 wide. It makes for some great racing, as we've seen the last few weeks. If you missed out on those weeks, you didn't get to see those races, well, you can go to our YouTube channel. You can find the link at htsai.net. That website will be updated substantially throughout the next week as we continue doing some updates. And look forward to an announcement on the Facebook page for when we unveil some new cool stuff on broadcasts and streams, as we've got a car tumbling down the... Oh, and he pirouettes.
Hey, Doug, you got me?
Oh, yeah, I got you, buddy. What's up?
Hey, so admin error tonight. The consolation race isn't going to be ran, and everybody's making it to the A.
Okay. Well, that'll definitely make things a bit on the exciting side with, it looks like, 24 cars in the field.
So, yeah, just wanted to let you know.
All right, good luck, man. And good evening, Striker. Jace Mungin's still the fastest, and he just gives the 47 a little love tap as they come to the checker. So it will be a full 24-car field here at South Boston. This promises to be one of the most exciting races you will ever watch. Make sure you hit that share button so your friends and family can come join us. All right, it'll be Kyle Gammon and Jed Cotterman on the front row. Will Brinkley, Michael Whiting on the second row. Jesse Hoke and Trevor Hoke on the third row. Rusty Modesty and Ignacio Adams on the fourth row. Jace Mungin, our points leader, and Eddie Jones rounding out the top 10. Then it is Robert Yonke and Kevin Davis, 11th and 12th. 13th is Jason Blatz. Jacob Denson is 14th. Jody Hoke 15th, 16th is Byron Bartlett, Kyle Martin 17th, Brandon Lively 18th, Ed Jones 19th, and Terry Duguay 20th. Perry Gammon is 21st, Chase Grinnan 22nd, Jackson McLean 23rd, and Bart Hoke is 24th. And make sure you drop into the comments and let us know who you are cheering for here tonight. All right, 2 pace laps, and then they'll go green flag racing. 40 laps around this 4/10 of a mile track. And I promise you the action will be non-stop. Take a deep breath and hold on tight, folks. Things are about to get wild. And did you know if you hit the share button, your favorite driver gets an extra 5 horsepower? Just saying. Pace car is in. It is time to go racing. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away. And already seems to be an issue on track. Chase Grinnan involved. And it looks like he went around. I couldn't tell if he got pushed. Let's see if we can get a different angle on that. Or did, I think he might have just gotten loose. Getting on the gas, he hit the bumps just wrong as he got on the gas, and that sent him around. As mentioned, the admins will try and get us back green flag racing very, very quickly as soon as everybody gets lined back up. The 90 car of Ignacio Adams is on the tail end of the lead lap there. He will get waved around the pace car in a moment. Looks like there's a few cars that are about to go around the pace car. Short track scoring does get a little bit wonky at times. Isaac Salas, it is fun. And buddy, I know they'd welcome you. And remember, immediately following this, we will have the tour mods also here at South Boston, so things are going to get really, really exciting. The word during practice was, man, while these cars have a lot of room to maneuver around, it still gets a little bit tight. And these little cars, it's going to get even crazier in the mods. Fortunately, they have that Edwards setup shop set up for them, and that is going to help tremendously, help these guys get around. All right, pace cars back in, green flag back in the air, they're down and away again. And Kyle gets a huge jump on the field. He is way out in front of second place. Things are getting really sketchy in the middle of the field. Out down the front straightaway they go. Everybody's still 2 wide, 3 wide in some places as Chase Grinnan in trouble again. And it looks like Perry Gammon might have been involved in this one. And it looks like Chase had the same problem we saw him at. Oh! And there was Perry Gammon getting into him. Looks like Chase might have set up a little too stiff and just not enough give over those bumps. Definitely not what Kyle Gammon wanted to see here tonight, as he was starting to check out just a little bit from the field. Trevor Hoke in second. There is Michael Whiting in third. They better watch out anytime in any car. Every broadcast I've ever had with Michael Whiting in it, if he gets out front, he just kind of walks away from the field. It doesn't matter. He struggles at times getting through traffic. Mostly just bad luck when he's trying to come through traffic. But, man, once he gets out front, he just checks out from the field. Lights are back on the pace car. It's going to be one more lap before they go green. Kyle Gammon out front, Trevor Hoke second, Michael Whiting third, Will Brinkley fourth, Jed Cotterman in fifth. They stack back up for the restart. Pace car dives in. Green flag already back in the air. They're down and away. Kyle gets another good jump on the field as they try and go 3 wide. Back behind, it gets really sketchy mid-pack. And we've got one driver blinking. It looked like he just got into the wall as well. So far, one of the biggest movers is Eddie Jones there in the 51 car. Looking further back, Brandon Lively, who comes in tonight second in points, making up a lot of ground. Let's ride a lap with Brandon while we have some green flag laps going here. There's a start-finish line. Note that it is almost all the way into turn 1 as the caution comes back out. And, man, Brandon was all over the back bumper of that car. Looks like Ignacio Adams involved this time. And another instance of guys just getting loose, especially off of turn 4. turn 4 exit extremely bumpy here. And a lot of guys seem to be struggling with it. Can't find a good line. And you're getting back on the gas right there. Makes it very, very difficult to get out of that corner, especially with these open setups. They may have one thing wrong. The temperature might be a little different from when they tested and practiced, and that could be part of the problem some of these guys are having. Hayes' car is in. Green flag back in the air. Kyle gets another good restart. And they stack up right behind him. Kevin Davis there in 10th place. Let's try and get a full lap in that car. As you can see just how close. Oh, he gets loose. They're flipping right in front of him. He gets caught in it. Caution is out. A bunch of cars caught in that incident, and now he's driving backwards. All right, looks like this might have started with Jace Mungen. Let's see. Jace is the points leader. And it looks like Jace just got a bump from down below, got sent up into the wall, hit the wall, bounced off, flipped. He collected Kevin Davis, Rusty Modesty. Let's see. Riding along with Rusty Modesty, and there you see he just goes up. Rusty manages to drive almost completely under him, but then just gets sent everywhere. And things got a little bit crazy there. All right, Kyle Gammon still out front. He's had some great restarts here tonight. Seems to be able to get a really good jump on the field out of turn 4, and he is not having any of the problems a lot of these guys are having. We've seen guys have a wreck coming out of turn 4 just because it is so bumpy down there, and it's hard to get traction as you're trying to get back on the throttle, get full throttle back down the straightaway. But just even with the guys we have seen getting loose, the ones we've caught that have brought the yellow out, there's been several other guys that have just barely managed to save the car as it got loose off of turn 4. South Boston, a very tricky track to run regardless of the car you're in. Down the front, or the back straightaway, excuse me, waiting for the pace car to come off. You see the entire field there. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Kyle gets another good jump as they come down the front straightaway. Out of turn number 2. Everybody keeping them going the right way so far. 19 laps to go, just over halfway. The great thing about the caution, it looks like there was a wreck out of turn 4 again. And the 81 spun, but so did Terry Duguay as he goes around and collects a couple other cars. The 81 also spun down onto pit road. That was Jackson McLean. There you see another instance of a car getting loose. That one, he just managed to save it, keep the car going the right way, and he actually got back out on track. Kyle Gammon still out front, Trevor Hoke in second, Michael Whiting third, Will Brinkley fourth, Jed Cotterman now in fifth, Edmund Jones in sixth. Jacob Denson, who we have not talked about at all tonight, is at a steady march forward. He is now started in 14th up to 7th. Right behind him, started 17th, is Kyle Martin. He's made his way to 8th. Ninth place is Byron Bartlett, and 10th is Jason Blatz. A couple of guys in the front of the field, or in the top 10, that have came up 7 or more spots since the start of this race. Kyle Gammon will definitely be one to watch throughout the season. Not currently in the top 5 or 6 cars. He hasn't made every race yet, but this is his second or third, so he's definitely going to be one to watch as he drives that yellow cab around. That is, I believe, Ignacio getting back on the lead lap. Yes, it is. Ignacio Adams back to the lead lap now. Kyle Gammon starting to warm the tires just a little bit. They stack back up. They get the one to green. Pace car about to duck off, and we'll see if Kyle gets another good restart. Trevor Hoke's preparing for it. He knows it's coming. Green flag in the air. Trevor Hoke manages to stay with him briefly. Can he stay on the back bumper? Here comes Michael Whiting. And a whole slew of cars back behind trying to pick up any spots they can. Nose to tail, one person goes wrong here, they're all going to be in trouble. Out of turn 4, everybody keeps it going the right way this time. Kyle Gammon still out front. Trevor Hoke, though, has right on his bumper. Kyle has not been able to get away this time. Michael Whiting is right there. Will Brinkley, Jed Cotterman, Eddie Jones, Kyle Martin. Kyle Martin now up to 7th after starting 17th. He is on the move. Byron Bartlett now back up to 10th after starting in 16th. Brandon Lively, who is second in points, had an issue earlier. He started in 18th. He is now up to 12th. Caution is out, and Jesse Hoke involved. And another instance of a car getting loose off of turn 4 collects Terry Duguay and Ignacio Adams. Turn 4 looking kind of troublesome for these little cars. Remember, they only weigh 1,100 pounds. Once they start sliding and having problems, things happen very quickly. It's difficult to save one. Looks like the 81 is getting... That is Jackson McLean. We saw him involved in an incident earlier. He is now back to the lead lap and is going to be in 19th. As they stack back up side by side, can Trevor Hoke get the restart he needs to get past Kyle Gammon here? Last time we saw him trying to get even and ahead, and green is in the air. And, oh, Trevor just tried to stay with him, didn't have enough, but he gets back into second and is pushing Kyle through the turn. Michael Whiting is coming up for third. Michael Whiting almost gets a tap from Will Brinkley. Will Brinkley, the high side, and Michael Whiting goes around. Jason Blatz looks like he got caught in it as well. Looks like he was several cars trying to check up Jace Mungen. Caught in that. Jace Mungen came into the night as the points leader with a 6-point lead over Brandon Lively. Brandon Lively currently running in 9th place. Jace is back in 14th. So tonight is definitely a good night. Brandon Lively picking up some points here. And it'll be a green-white checkered finish here tonight. Kyle Gammon has had the restarts locked up every single time. If he can do it again and they can keep it green, he will pull this off. But there's a couple of cars right behind him that are still in contention. And Kyle Martin, who started in 17th spot, back there in 5th. He's going to be one to watch closely in the 99. Pace car about to drop in. There he goes. Green flag in the air. Kyle gets another good jump. Trevor couldn't stay with him. Will Brinkley now to 3rd. Kyle Martin battling for 4th. Oh, it was really close as Eddie Jones hits the wall out of 2. Kyle Martin still trying to get by. It's a side-by-side battle. They've taken the white flag. There's a wreck out of turn 4. Oh, the leader gets loose. Kyle Martin slips by the chaos and pulls it off. He's going to win here at South Boston. No, it's not over yet. Here comes Will Brinkley. Brinkley can't get there. Kyle Martin pulls off the win at South Boston. And let's try and go back. Watch Kyle Martin and what he has to come through. There is that wreck out of turn 4 there. And then everything happening right in front of him. He stays pinned to the bottom and slips by it all. All right, let's see what happened out of turn 4. Looks like Ignacio down on the bottom. Oh, there was a car already flipping. There was already chaos up ahead. And what a way to finish the race. Kyle Martin with the win. Will Brinkley 2nd. Jed Connerman is 3rd. Let me see if we can start talking to some drivers. Hey, Jed, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I sure do.
Hey, man, congratulations on the 3rd place finish, and congratulations on driving through all the chaos of the last lap.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a little sketchy. I'm sweating. I ain't gonna lie, but it was my first race with this league. I absolutely love it, and I'll be back next week.
That is good to see, man. You had a fast race car all night. You were up there in the top 10 all night, but that drive you and Kyle and Will had on the last lap was truly awesome.
Yeah, it was just one of those close your eyes and pray for the best.
Yeah, it definitely worked, man. Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Doug.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of Will Brinkley here. Does not actually look like Will is available. Hey, Kyle, this is Doug in the booth. You got me?
I do.
Hey, man. Congratulations, and how was that last lap for you?
I was getting ready to sit there and go side by side with Ed for a 4th place finish, and then the door kind of opened up in front of me, and I took it and hoped for the best, and I didn't get wrecked, and call that something.
That definitely was something. You had that thing pinned on the bottom. A lot of guys, you had your left sides down on the flat part at times. A lot of guys got down that low and were just losing the back end completely. Especially coming out of turn 4, as bumpy as it is. How are you managing to hold that car so pretty?
I would say I just kind of spent a little bit of time before the race in that 15-minute practice, and just got my car dialed in with a little bit of tightness in the middle of the corner, and that's all I needed.
Well, it definitely works, man. That was one heck of a drive, and we watched that last lap a couple of times, and great job avoiding all the chaos in front of you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I have no clue how I drove this thing from 17th to 1st with no problems.
Well, it was impressive, and we actually were noting it throughout the race. You just constantly marched your way forward and somehow drove through more than one incident that happened right in front of you. I don't know how you did it, but man, that was some great driving tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man.
All right, man. Congratulations. Go get some burnouts in.
All right, thank you, man. It was one hell of a ride.
Yeah, I bet. Congrats, buddy.
Thank you. Try and do it again in tour mods too. Why not?
All right. I had to get him reset there. All right, there you have it. Kyle Martin pulls off the win with the epic last lap thing. I know we've got to get switched over to tour mods here, but let's see if we can get one more look at. I want to try and see it from in Kyle Martin's car. See how bad it looked from there. And let's get in Kyle Martin's car. It might have looked worse from the outside than it did on the inside. Here he is coming to the white flag. There you see Barney the flagman waving the white flag. There is the touch for first and second. Oh, and the third place car having to check up. He just manages to drive through. Remember, there was a wreck the previous lap coming out of turn 4, so he had no idea what was coming. They had managed to clear turn 4 by the time he got there, but man, what an epic finish. What an awesome win for Kyle Martin. And as we mentioned, guess what? They're putting up these Legends cars. They're pulling out the tour mods. We're going to get switched over, and we will be right back with tour mods from South Boston. Stay here.